Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a cute little DIY on some tie-dye throw pillows. These pillows are perfect for, just a little decor piece for your bed, for your couch. I don't know. I personally needed more pillows and need more pillows for my bed. I just wanted to bring back DIYs because I've always really loved them. And when I went to Michael's, I got so many ideas. It's like a love and hate relationship when I go there because I just see so many things that I want to do. But today I wanted to stick to the tie-dye, so I picked out some colors of Rit Dye. I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do as in color wise, so I got just a lot of colors and I ended up going with cherry red and petal pink for the dye for these pillows. And then I also got the color stay, which is something that I'll show you guys how to use afterwards. I used to tie dye all the time, so I'm going to show you guys a technique that I used to use along with just like a basic throw pillow. But basically all you need is the dye, the color stay, rubber bands, spoons, a container or bucket or whatever you want to use to put your dye in, and some salt. You're also going to want to use gloves. I did not. I completely forgot to use gloves, so that was a fail on my part, but just make sure that you use gloves because it can get pretty messy. So the first thing I did was obviously unstuff the pillow, and yes, I'm just using a pillow insert. So the first thing that I did was I took the pillowcase and I just dipped it in some water just to make it damp. The water was pretty warm because you want to dye it in hot water. Obviously it wasn't like scorching hot because, my hands would have burned off, but it was pretty hot. But basically once I got it damp, I took the pillowcase and I laid it flat, and the technique that I was using for this pillow is I don't know the exact name, but I just called it the crinkle or the crumble. I think it was the crinkle effect. And basically I just took my fingers and just crinkled everything together. Nothing completely perfect, tie-dye is not supposed to be perfect. And then I just put rubber bands to hold the fabric in place. And something that I really love about tie-dye in general is just the surprise of how your fabric is going to look after, because really you don't know what it's going to look like until after you untie all of the fabric together. So to get started with the dyeing process, I laid out some more towels just to make sure that everything was as clean as possible because dye can get messy. And I added some salt to the water, and then I shook up the bottle of the pink petal dye and poured, I think I did like 1/3 of the bottle, and then I just mixed it together and dipped the fabric right into the water. So once it was in the dye, I let it kind of just sit, and I was stirring it for about 3 minutes. And then I squeezed it out with my hands. Again, this is why you need gloves because it can get messy. Once I took the fabric out of the dye, I got some new water for the color stay. I just added a few tablespoons into the water. And because I didn't use 3 gallons of water, I didn't use 3 tablespoons. So once the color stay is all mixed into the water, you're just gonna let your fabric sit in there for 20 minutes. And basically what the color stay does is it sets the color and helps with not bleeding. You still want to be careful, especially the first few times, because once you rinse out the fabric, you don't know 100%, like obviously if all the dye is out. So I actually just rinsed out the fabric under cold water and then washed each pillow separately. So once the pillow was out of the dryer, this is what the tie-dye ended up looking like. I'm literally obsessed with it. I am just like, I was so excited. So obviously after everything, you have to restuff the pillow. So I restuffed the pillow, and then I moved on to the red pillow, and I will kind of speed over the process of this one because it is the same process. I just dipped it all into red dye instead of having a tie-dye effect, just so I could show you guys 2 different things. Like, you don't have to do tie-dye with dye. You can just dye something a completely like different color, so a solid color. So that's kind of why I wanted to show you guys 2 different techniques and ideas. And a side note, the red dye is definitely a lot messier than the pink dye, of course, because it is darker. Since I didn't have gloves, I used like plastic bags from the grocery store to pick up the fabric. It was a complete mess. So definitely, again, remember your gloves. So once the pillow was all dry, I stuffed the pillow again and wanted to get a little bit creative. So I took one of my boyfriend's stickers that says Preach. It's actually a brand that he works for. And I used it kind of as a stencil, and it's a sticker. So I just put it on some note cards, and then I cut out the Preach and I taped it to the pillow, and then I used some fabric paint and some sponges, and I just sponged over the stencil with the sponge and the paint, just to get it a little bit creative. And with these type of stencils and stuff, the homemade ones, they're not perfect, but actually I loved how it came out. It made like a dripping effect and kind of like an edgy grunge look to it, so I just thought it was really creative and edgy. And these are how the pillows turned out. I hope you guys liked this video. I love being able to get creative and decorate my apartment even more. So if you guys want more DIY videos, definitely let me know. But that is it for this video. Everything that I use will be listed down below just in case you missed something. But yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure to follow me on all my social media. All the links will be listed down below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!